Hi, you are in Fran and Ira's kitchen, and we are going to start today with our equipment and what we've got here laid out. We are going to make our turkey pot pies from our Thanksgiving leftovers. So here's what we do. We are starting with the gravy. Now the gravy has obviously the layer of fat on top. So the first thing we're going to do is skim that off, which we've done in this container. So that is gone, and we have the fat on top, so we're going to have nice thin gravy. We've now poured the gravy into the saucepan and heated it lightly so it is a nice warm consistency. Next we're going to add in mashed potatoes. We will stir up mashed potatoes and with a whisk break it down so this turns into somewhat of a roux. We don't need to add flour or milk because that's already in the mashed potatoes. We now take our bag of white meat from the chicken and we're going to put it on the cutting board and cut it up into small pieces. The chicken is now cut up in little slices and in a bowl, and I am doing this myself. First, because I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, and second, that's why I don't want Ira to see what I'm doing just yet until I am done. So I'm cooking and videoing at the same time. What we're going to do next, we're going to take the chopped onions and the carrots, which will take the longest to cook, and add them into our roux that we had here before, so we can get that cooking first. Next, I add about 2/3 of a bag of the frozen onions and the frozen carrots and let it simmer for 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, our mixture will come to a boil and our carrots are getting closer to done. But next we're going to put in our corn because that's the next item we don't want to have to be hard. So we're going to put that in and let that cook for another 10 minutes. I now add a full bag of peas, which is most of the prevalent vegetable for a turkey pot pie, and then we let continue cooking for another 10 minutes. At this point in time, our mixture, the key item is to make sure that the carrots are not crunchy, and they are not crunchy anymore. They are not mushy, but they're not crunchy. So we're going to add in a couple more things here. We're going to put in half a cup of cream, and then we're going to add some of our sweet potato mix and some of our stuffing to firm it up just a little before we put in the turkey. We've now added about a cup of diced up sweet potatoes, and now we're going to put in about a cup of the stuffing and mix it up, and then when we're all done, we're going to put in our turkey. Final step, here's our turkey, and we're adding it to the mix, which now looks like this, and hopefully we got enough room in the top. And there it is, the stuffing for our turkey pot pie mix. We'll let it simmer all together for a while, and then we'll get our dough ready and start making turkey pot pies. Now the tricky part, we put some cornstarch on the granite counter here to make a dry surface to get ready to put the phyllo dough out. One layer is spread out, now we're going to brush it with egg white. We put a second layer on top to strengthen it and also put the egg wash on. We add a third layer on and get ready to put another egg wash on. We now take our container, which has 2 layers of phyllo dough on the bottom and our mixture on the top, and we're going to get ready to put the 3 layers on the top. What we can see here is what looks like a very interesting dough, but a kind of messy job. We will do this again, but may have to resort to pie dough. So here we have 4 turkey pot pies, and we used the phyllo dough. We put 2 layers together for the bottom and 3 on the top, and then we used approximately half of our mixture. So now we'll go to the second box and make the next 4 pies. At the end of the day, we have 5, 6, 7, 8 turkey pot pies, one bit of a mess, and the conclusion, maybe pie dough next, but I guess until we actually try this crusty phyllo dough, we really don't know for sure. To be continued.